Hello LinkedIn, this is Ernest Ike, and want to talk again about small electric motorcycles and how they're more suitable for the way that things are built out in the United States, at least. In a lot of cities, you're probably going to have neighborhoods a lot like where I'm standing. So this major thoroughfare is rated at 40 miles an hour, and people tend to go about 40 to 45. Interestingly enough, on a street that's rated at 35, people also tend to go about 45. So that's the going speed here, I would say. Behind you can see a typical entryway to an established mid to upper middle class working area of the city, right? So you've got this interaction between the neighborhood streets, which are great for bicycling, and the main thoroughfare that you have to get on to go to the shopping areas sort of makes it difficult to just use that bike lane. Also, right down the hill there's a stoplight and the bike lanes end there, and then you have to go another 3 miles to get to where the shopping is. So our infrastructure is not really complete to allow somebody on a bicycle to really get around easily. So there needs to be something in between the bicycle and the car that makes it easy to do your errands and do your short trips, so that you can replace a lot of the small, slow fossil fuel use. One of the big issues with taking a small trip, like you might be coming out of the neighborhood and going just down the street to pick up some groceries and a few odd and end pieces to do a small repair around the house, for example, right? Your engine doesn't really come up to temperature. Your catalytic converter doesn't come up to temperature in that short trip. So you're only going 3 to 5 miles, but your car's burning inefficiently the whole time. And it doesn't clean its own emissions as well when it's not at operating temperature. So having a vehicle that gets you in between the neighborhoods and the shopping areas replaces so many of those short trips that are the worst for the environment. And you see we had that burst of traffic, and then it slowed down a little bit, and here comes another burst up from the stoplight. Right, so you wouldn't necessarily want to try to get across that on just a bicycle. And a stand-up scooter you don't see around here, right? They work in dense population areas, not in the neighborhoods and not in the outskirts. So that's why Shandoka is doing something different. That's why we're bringing compact electric motorcycles to you, so that you can replace those short trips. You can stop using your big vehicle and looking for parking, and you can use something small and fun to get around and do your errands. But can still keep up with traffic and isn't going to be relegated into the bicycle lanes. You can keep up with traffic, right? So you should be able to get on something electric and go 50 miles an hour so that you can keep up and be safe, right? It's a lot safer to be moving with the traffic, or slightly faster if you're on a bike, a motorcycle bike, than to be slower than, because then you cause backups and people force their way around you. So there's some thoughts from the neighborhood and the outskirts, right? During travel hours, during rush hour, the street gets full, and it's built for that. But most of the day, that's the traffic load. So this is Ernest Ike from Shandoka, reminding you to be safe out there, and please wear a helmet.